White House Press Secretary Josh Earnest says there's no evidence to suggest Sunni radicals pose a direct threat to the U.S. I'm Miranda, and that story tops your Newsmax Now update. Despite the comments, concerns continue to mount as some lawmakers call for reforms to the country's visa program. President Obama was in Charlotte today to speak to the American Legion's 96th National Convention, and he made some remarks on the subject.
The answer is not to send in large-scale military deployments that overstretch our military and lead for us occupying countries for a long period of time and end up feeding extremism.
And the president continues to repeat his message that U.S. ground troops will not return to fight in Iraq. Instead, he says the U.S. will deliver more aid to Kurdish and Iraqi forces. And while in Charlotte today, the president also spoke to the American Legion about changes to the Veterans Affairs Department. This, of course, comes after a myriad of scandals that threaten the integrity of the department. President Obama announced he'll take action to expand mental health care access for veterans. There are to include 19 executive orders, which include suicide prevention training. And in California, aftershocks continue to rock aftershocks continue to rock the state today following the 6.0 magnitude quake that shook the area this past Sunday. Officials estimate about $1 billion worth of damages. This was the strongest earthquake to hit Northern California in 25 years. And Ukraine's defense minister claims that 10 captured Russian soldiers were actually sent to fight alongside pro-Russian rebels. This comes as both the president and President Vladimir Putin meet to discuss the conflict between their two countries. And this is the first time, just a reminder, that the two heads of state have met face-to-face since June. Ukraine's president faces pressure from Europe to find a negotiated settlement, not a military victory, to the fighting that began. In Afghanistan, there are more complications surrounding July's presidential election runoff race. One of the two candidates vying to become Afghanistan's next president is threatening to boycott the ballot audit. He says not enough ballots have been validated. However, the UN says the audit will continue even if one party pulls out. I'm Miranda, and that was your latest Newsmax Now update. Let's head back to the Steve Malzberg Show.